This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour.
Hello everyone and welcome back to PGA Tour Rory McIlroy. I'm your host.
Today we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
We've got a big golf course in front of us today. Robert Trent Jones II designed this golf course really to fit in with these marvelous surroundings. But consequently, we have like what I would call almost an inland links. It's going to play like that. Ideally, you'd like to play this golf course through the air, but it's very exposed to the elements.
This is beautiful. Jesus, don't drop your phone. Yes, beautiful roll. Beautiful. Front nine.
That is a fantastic long shot.
We're gonna have a great
There's
day
no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Down by 3 inches, but we're over by. That's a good shot.
We're safely on deck.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Down by 3 inches, that's a sneaky one. Get it in.
In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under.
It's a good boost to the confidence.
Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. So as long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards really, or just over 100 yards in for your second shot. A really good chance too to get off to a good start.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
So, it's the rough. Nice to the blind.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the trouble just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Where does it swing that? I don't see anywhere it swings that. It's down by 4 inches.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Par for McIlroy. Just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
A little bit of extra height. You already have spin.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green.
No. What are you doing?
Nice approach shot. They'll be happy with that. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
You are level, but I don't feel with that. Feel a bit better with that one. Come on. All right, shot.
And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Ugh. He's lucky ball.
Frank standing here on the fourth tee at Chambers Bay. You can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the two previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Are we going to roll all the way down this hill? It looks like we are. I'm actually losing total yardage.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Up like 41 foot. Right. Power. Backspin.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
It's on the green. But it's good distance.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
How are we looking? Up by 4 inches. Give it a good bit extra power.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall.
On the right.
That's an absolute beauty.
Now, the approach shot here at the 5th hole at Chambers Bay, and how difficult is this?
Well, it looks straightforward, but the second shot, once again, just semi-blind. You've got to be very aware of that little central bunker that's just short of the green, because you're either going to have to go over it or around it.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under.
Sorry, my mind's on food.
Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4, though, at 495. Oh, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Birdie try up next. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does.
I like it. I like it. Go straight, curve.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet.
I'd rather take the last one again.
Nice par to remain at 2 under.
2 under.
On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Let's just go for the long term here. Oh, it's up by that much. That's why. Crap, I did it again. Let me just see where this actually lands. It's landing there, but then we're going to have to run. Let's just go with this one. Bit of power.
I don't know that approach will make the highlight reel, but he still has a chance if he makes this putt.
Yeah, 21's when you come of age, don't they say? 21 feet away.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
There goes a birdie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
This one is a bitch. Look at it.
Nothing wrong with that par putt.
2 foot away. And it was... Oh. What is it? How are we doing?
Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
I'm trying to smash this out. Give us all the yards we can get. Go for 50.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn. Plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Right at the bottom. Roll forward. Roll forward. Oh, nice. Working that contour. And then down the line, just gently, slow it on, bud.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here.
You are and Jesus. This is done by 4 inches. I don't like that.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under.
Yeah.
Frank, the 9th hole called Olympus. Very grand sounding. Like something that...
You're talking great God here, aren't you? Come on, this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich.
Just hit that east slot there. How's that going to lie?
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Go down there. Look at this goal. Look at this goal.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
Oh, yeah, very comfortable.
Facing 29 feet.
Up 5 foot, so let's go here. Yeah. Seems pretty much well on there. A little bit more there. And a straight shot. Yes.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
We're on for the next one.
Our attempt here.
Buck up. Front nine.
Did the job right there.
Front nine is sorted.
Moving on to the back 9 here at Chambers Bay in the state of Washington. I'm Rick Splinter alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what's the 10th hole all about?
Dunes left and right, hence the name. Oh, he's winding this one up.
God.
Does he have the power, though?
Nice.
Smoked that one.
That was just a beautiful drive. Hit it solid and right in the middle. All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
Well, this is probably the flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
Getting set now over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
It looks straightforward. You'll see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level.
Over the
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. The 11th hole. Frank, what's ahead here?
This is another green that's sort of sloped. There's a lot of little slopes in this green here, plus the green angles from right to left. So it just depends on whether that second shot that lands. You've got to be well aware of what you're landing on. If you're landing on a downslope, it's going to kick forward. Obviously, an upslope, it's going to stop that much quicker.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Oh, that was a shame.
So makes the putt, and now at -6.
Should not have gotten.
The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, well, you might just putt for an eagle.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up.
This is perhaps the longest putt I've ever had to do. Holy shit. So we're going over here. We're going to want to bring it back. At least about this. That slope is going to mess us up. And this is what I'm going to do. Going to go down the hill. Oh, well past it. Stop. We're back in the fairway. I'd rather go for a chip at this moment. Chipping just seems better. Hit the pin. That's fine.
Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, this one bends to the right, par 4.
It doesn't mean that you have to cut it or move the ball in that direction. Ideally, really, anything down the left side of the fairway would be well suited for this hole. There is a central bunker that sort of protects the front middle of this green. You can go in left of that or right of that, but this is a beefy par 4. 4 on the card, and you are not losing ground.
Let's try and make it in 3 then. Good shot.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
What are we going for?
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
Oh, how about your foot there? A little bit more angle. Look at the blimp. I've never seen the blimp before. Okay, so we're getting power. What we need to do.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
So stays at 6 under with that solid par putt. Frank, now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from.
Oh, look at this. Over 420 yards.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
Couldn't have got better than that.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach.
No, we're going down by 6. Just play it slow. Quietly.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
It's that sneaky distance.
Come on.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
This would give him the par. Six under on the day. Don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do, but at 246 yards when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make 3.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
I thought it was. I thought we were done for. Straight up. Oh, no.
You can't believe it. Thought it was in.
That should have been in. Just get it.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is a pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get into the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Can't birdie any of them at the moment, it seems.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3. You can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of the US Open.
Solid commercial shot, just 12 feet away.
Second shot.
Straight.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walk-in golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Given the choice, most players would rather play from the green grass versus the white sand.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and take that much more out of that fairway bunker. Couldn't reach the green. It's a smart play.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Okay, that's not working. Oh my god, I suppose, right. We want the wind to carry it. For eagle. Come on, windy. Delay that shit. There's a little bit of a run, just a bit of a hurry. But no, there's a bit more.
On the green in regulation.
On the green, it's not great.
It's no snack, though.
He says it's no snack. I say this is terrible.
Continues to putt beautifully. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.
Subscribe or like. If you didn't, don't worry. Can't please everyone. But until then, until the next time, thanks. All the best. Goodbye. Good night. Good luck. Hasta la vista.